And just to give you guys a quick heads up, AP versus PN, Loop, Crash Zone Alpha, and Shatter have been the choices, ladies and gentlemen. We will be going in just a minute. So, Loop, Crash Zone Alpha, and Shatter are the maps. And I'm surprised Shatter made it through the bans, honestly.
Well, and you know what? That third map is randomly picked. I really hope we go to Shatter.
Oh, I really do.
See these two teams on Shatter.
Oh, and game is going. Game is going. They are like, we are ready to go. We are charging straight in. We are charging straight in. I think I have the overlay backwards, but that's okay because we will fix it. There is no pauses here. Nope, we got the overlay the right way. Okay, so I'll take PN, you take AP?
Sure.
Or do you want to take PN and mess with Amgen?
No.
Okay. So for PN, they're finally the triple DD I've been waiting for. Smolin, Daring, Summers, along with holy Stalingrad's triple Stalingrad with the random Des Moines thrown in for 6A, and then the double Monty. The double Monty's a nice pick there for this map, I think.
So AP double Smolan, we knew that was coming. But then look at this. They've got Des Moines, double Stalingrad, a Petro, and a Salem. You're seeing some of these skilled teams bring out Salems. I think that's an interesting pick, but you're taking the Salem and you're pairing them with the Thunderer. And then, of course, you're going to have your Kremlin, and I'm guessing that Kremlin is going to hold down between B and C and kind of be the rock of the team.
And I agree. Now, the interesting thing I think that we're going to have to think about for future is what's going to happen tomorrow when ship bans are added. What's going to happen tomorrow when we got ship bans?
I think it's obvious the Smolan's got to go. It's been in every match.
I think you're also going to see Stalingrad's banned, which means we're going to get some interesting groups. We're going to get some very interesting groups, in my opinion.
You get some Colberts. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yep. I agree.
Now,
by the way, just as an update for my group, we still have 7 codes to give away. We've given away 3 so far, so we still got 7, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be giving away through the rest of the day.
So it looks like Smolan full split. They're going to be going AC. I don't see anything going for B. It looks like PN's about to get B for free.
Okay. Yeah, PN with that Smolin going straight to B. They split the DDs as you'd expect. Oh, and the Smolin's doing the same thing. No, he's not. He's not going to ram. He's just stopping. But he is going to get back in like you expect to see. Summers is going down towards C where he's going to run into the Smolin. Summers will lose that fight if they detect each other. And then over at A, you got the Daring along with the double Stalingrad and a Monty. Monty's actually looking to post up in the middle. Other Monty's pushing well out to get angles onto C, and then you got the Stalingrad to support Swiss cheese.
Well, right now the Smolan hasn't figured out that the Summers is there. Triple DD. So with triple DD, you think that they're going to be taking possession of these caps early. Let's see what AP can do. They're giving away some firepower for it. So let's see what they can do in retaliation.
Surprisingly, the Daring is slowed up. Because he is not making it into A as quick as the Smolin. He will make it there in time to contest. And possibly we'll see the Smolin reach C in time to contest. Yeah, he'll reach C in time to contest.
Smolin radars, that Summers is running for his life. Yep. So it looks like AP's going to take control of C.
Yep, and there's the radar. And he dodges most of the damage so far. Now, that being said, you got a ton of shots going out on those. Are they going for the Des Moines or are they going for the Kremlin? Looks like they're going straight for the big boy Kremlin. Yep. Ooh, and not bad. 14,000 on the first salvo.
Well, let's see if the Salem and the Kremlin are able to dodge these torps. These look like unintentional torps to me, and those are the best kinds of torps. This Kremlin may take one in the booty.
I think he's going to dodge.
Turns away.
Yep. Those were launched a while ago, so yeah.
Well, and I think the Smolin saw them.
Yep, I think you are right.
But this is interesting. You bring 3 DDs, and guess what? You're able to stop all the caps, and you have 1 cap. This is an excellent job by PN.
This is an excellent job. I mean, I do think we're going to agree PN was favored going into this.
I mean, I don't know. AP is not a clan I like to see when I'm doing randoms.
Don't get me wrong. AP is not a clan I like to see. But if I had to... I know it's already into the first game, but I was gonna think a 2-1 PN's way if I had to guess. Was my feeling.
Now, see, this
And
is
Amgen's like bias mode activated in my chat right now.
bias mode activated. No. All right. So Stalingrad is open water. He's got his butt. He's got his butt there, which is fine. But it looks like he is starting to take some shots from the Des Moines.
Yeah.
And these two Montanas, they're gonna be able to take some shots at him.
Yeah. Nothing really big yet. I will say AP's Smolin did take over half its health and damage.
Yeah. What happened there? Did you see it?
I think it was a detection by the Daring, and then the Stalingrad went to work on it.
Interesting.
Now, the Caps are holding them at only 50 points separate. It is only a 50-point difference, though A is about to be capped finally.
Well, and you're seeing, much like our QQ7 game, you're seeing the Stalingrad right along this point. You're seeing the Des Moines. Now, see, this is an aggressive play from the Des Moines, but I think they put him here because they knew that there was no DD. At least they know at this point there's no DD to threaten.
That
so
being said, this Takeshika is definitely in a rough spot right now. Because he's got stuff that has all sorts of angles on him. And the Montana's trying to put himself into a position. I think the Montana's about to have angle on him as well.
He can back up. It's these torps that are going to threaten him.
Yeah, but the Montana's got 12 guns. He can, and that's, oh, look at that. That's the new Optimus Prime camo, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And it literally has Optimus Prime aiming a gun. That is amazing. That's actually awesome. But yeah, no, he's got the Kaiser Wilhelm Thel, has the Optimus Prime camo, and he is got angle on the Stalingrad.
Is that his AAs out right there? Check out the front of the Optimus Prime. I think they took out the AA. I'm sorry, I'm fascinated by that. The Smolan is getting beat up.
But that's, I'm sorry, that isn't so cool. HE fire onto the Stalingrad. That's actually brilliant. You're not at a good angle to get a Stalingrad and tank him, so you put him with the HE to get the damage on the superstructure and the fire, and it pays off with the fire hitting him. He's DCPing, or he's not DCPing, he's healing the fire, but still, that's just a heal being taken up by a fire right now, ladies and gentlemen.
And you're seeing what we expected. You're seeing two teams they're entrenched in.
Well, not anymore, not anymore. Look at C. You've got AP doing a hard charge. They got the Summers found, and they dropped him to half health, and they are pushing hard with 4 ships to try to cut them off the map. So they have taken that, and they are saying, we are holding C. You are not getting C back.
Well, so when you take C, you run into the issue of this bunker at B. And I think you're going to see this Montana and Des Moines, they're going to be able to move over. This other Montana, he's running away. But it's really, really hard to take C and get into B. There's a huge gap. There's lots of cover.
Oh, and so the Smolland eats a Summers Torp. Sorry to interrupt, but...
No, definitely.
Smolland eats a Summers Torp. He is healing, and he's putting up a pretty decent heal. But still, that's big because his health is now at 12 to 14,000, depending on where the heal exactly finishes.
Well, and you're seeing most of the damage happen to the DEs right now. Mm-hmm. I think PN strategy is apparent. They're trying, before they're doing anything, they're playing very conservatively. Yep. They're planning on taking the DDs down, or at least threatening them to make them not be able to stay up front and torp.
And Takeshika is back on fire, and I don't think he has a heal or a DCP for that one. He's healing. Oh, there's the DCP.
Yeah, he's DCP'd it.
But that's a problem.
He's got the problem of 2 Montanas.
Mm-hmm.
Smolanga spotted.
Quick update on the values, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It is just sitting at about 200-point difference. Smolland versus Smolland, that health pool difference is big, though I will say AP Smolland is definitely making more of an impression right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're just watching battle or destroyers.
Ooh, Kremlin looks like, it depends how quick the Kremlin gets back. He's backing up, but he might take some torps here from the Smolland. Those are going to hurt if he does. I think he's going to take 1. Maybe actually because he's slowing down, he might take 2, but I think it's going to be 1. He takes 2.
The HP of this is it's trading back and forth. This is what I love about 2 great teams. It was at 410. Now it's at 406 to 395. It's going to be changing again. Yeah. You're watching teams trade shots, but no one's really taking a big hit.
That's the interesting thing. So, C has been forced, but now actually, which I find really interesting, AP retreated back. They forced them out of C, but now you've got the Kremlin and the Salem sitting behind an island, so they're not targetable by UC Smolensk in the Monty or Diandler in the Stalingrad. But that's paying for them by the fact that they're down a cap, and that is ticking up. It's now over 230 points advantage to AP or PN to start.
Well, and they've got to do something, I think it all starts in C, which means your Kremlin's moving, and guess what? Those Torps are waiting for them. Yeah. Salem's in the open. I think this Montana can take shots at this Salem. It's going to be.
I think it's just a game thing. Might die. He's challenging the Smolensk, but they're both at 7,000 health. This is a knife fight at 8 kilometers. This is an absolute knife fight at 8 kilometers. And oh, that might be it. Can his shots finish out? AP's Smolensk lives to fight another day with 2,000 health.
I mean, these DDs, they're earning their pay today.
They really are.
It's not fun to be the DD. Look how many radars. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the Smolensk. I mean, just anywhere you try and go, you're getting radared. And you know, they're able to save it. So normally when you get stuck into a radar, you're getting chunked down, and that's the end of your life. You got to give the DDs credit. They are staying alive. Look at the Daring. The Daring, he has a Petro and a Smolensk, and he's only lost 3,000 health.
That's I think the most impressive thing I've seen right now is that he's only lost 3,000 health.
I mean,
oh wait, Torps on the Stalingrad. That might spell disaster because he was pushing forward. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, he's only going to take one. But the problem is he flooding right now? No, he DCP'd, but he's got to be running low on DCPs and heals.
Well, everyone has to be calling for his head right now.
Yeah, if I'm imagining the PN chat, I'm thinking it's just spamming F3.
Well, or it's, you know, stay safe. We have this in the bag. We get it in a minute. Okay, wait, no. So it does look like they were able to move successfully from C into B, and that's going to add a little bit of time, but they're still going to need a kill.
And it's a game thing is going to launch Torps if that Salem pushes up at all. Now that Salem's put himself in an awkward spot. He's got a Stalingrad at 23 kilometers, 21 kilometers that can hit him. He's also got the Monty. He pushed too far forward. He's backing up now, but he did push too far forward before he stopped. Because he's in range of the Monty. He's getting out DPM'd right now by the Des Moines.
The Salem's in a 1v1 v the Des Moines, and I think the Des Moines just has too much.
Yeah, he's either on 2 or 3 fires depending on if he has fire prevention, because remember, fire prevention does light an extra fire if you are using it, so that it can only show 3 fires total. Blah, sorry.
The Des Moines took a big hit, but I still think the Salem goes down.
Salem's gone right there. Yep.
Enough.
And for 30 points. So first game is going to go to Penetration Nation.
Yeah,
but this was razor thin there for a while. This was razor thin. Few RNG Torps the other way, and this changes. Kremlin's charging because he's like, my only chance to stop this is to kill this Des Moines, but it's not going to matter, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to matter.
All 3 DDs managed to stay alive. The Daring did end up eating some HP, but you know what? He had the HP to give. The Stalingrad stayed back here. The Petro's pushing around. If he gets around, he's not going to have enough time.
And it's going to be done in 12 seconds. There's the game. And your winner of Game 1 is, as we said, it is Penetration Nation. And with that, let's take a second to talk about this. So, what I liked about what I saw from both teams is this was not either team playing scared of each other. They were both saying, we're good, we can play, we can force you to play our game, and we're going to win. And I think we saw a little bit of that because, you know, we had that charge at C from AP that forced PN off. Unfortunately, it was a little too late, I think.
Yeah, well, and again, moving from C to B is difficult, and what I was surprised to see is that PN didn't put up a bigger fight, but they had the advantage. So you got to give credit to PN. They played smart. They gave room when there was time to give room, and I think the big difference maker was all their DDs stayed alive.
Indeed, that was big. That was big.
So I mean, if you're bringing in 3 DDs, you have to control the caps. This wasn't a game like we've seen where you're seeing you're seeing a DD die early. Most of these, like, oh, what was there, 1 kill in that?
Yeah, I think there was very few kills in that, honestly.
Very few kills. I mean, very few mistakes were made. This was an amazing game. I mean, granted, you're not seeing people get dev struck, but like you're watching DDs survive. So people that say, and I'm a DD main, when you see people say like, oh, there's too many radars, these guys managed to stay alive during that, and that's really impressive.
Yeah, I give the MVPs to all the DDs in that match.
Yeah,
because for every single DD to survive with how much they were getting shot at is ridiculous to me.
All right, so our next map is going to be
Crash Zone Alpha. So let's throw up that map video introduction while we wait.
Along the Portuguese coast lies a crossing of sea lanes critical to the survival of opposing fleets. Surrounded by towers of crimson sedimentary rock in the expanse of the blue Atlantic, these two fleets will soon engage in trial by combat, where only one team can claim victory. This is Loop. Loop is a unique map in that every single capture area has an island smack in the middle. To the west, the island in the center of
I'm going to be talking during this. Well, there's no Crash Zone Alpha for you. That's amazing.
You guys can see it.
Well, and I think we're going to see a lot of the same this time. You're going to see people positioned. The only people that are really going to be in threat of dying are going to be DDs that get caught out, and whatever cruisers decide to go on those middle islands. The battleships did a great job. I mean, everyone had superior angling, everyone had superior positioning, and in that situation, I think the difference was they had more DDs to be able to hold down these points. And when you bring an extra DD, the opposing team, they have a superior firepower situation, so they got to make sure that they get those kills.
I think you're completely right. And I think we're just waiting. One of the PN members is still readying up. So, if you're AP, you've got to push hard this game because you want this going to Game 3. Do we know who picked Crash Zone Alpha?
No, I have no
okay,
idea.
So we do not know who picked Crash Zone Alpha. So that
I would assume it would be PN, the second team pick. So this may be okay. It looks like the last person's readied up. I think we're about to get in here. But again, so AP they have a little bit of stress here.
Yeah, they do. Their backs are against the wall.
They're gonna sit back. If I'm them, I'm thinking we need to bring in something to counter the third DD, or they need to focus fire better when that radar hits. So
I agree.
They take out one of those DDs, this game changes.
Now, did PN bring the triple Stalingrad, or was that AP? Remind me. I think it was PN. So if it's PN, if I'm thinking, okay, if I'm seeing a triple Stalingrad, I want to bring something maybe like a Colbert or a Salem, something that I can use to just spam. Maybe even a Wooster, honestly. Get that HE spam going, burn those ships to the ground.
Oh, you bring a Wooster, those BBs are gonna rip.
Oh
that
yeah,
apart.
the BBs. I was just throwing out. You know, I
But
was
you know
just
what?
throwing
People
out.
have brought Salem's. People have brought Salem's, and I sure didn't expect it. I think some of these teams are playing towards the next round
Yeah.
to say like, this isn't gonna be available, and it looks like AP is swapping out a couple people.
Because let's be real, I think PN and AP both expect that they're gonna. Oh, did we just see a curve first on AP possibly? I think we might have just seen a curve first on AP sneak through. Just we saw it there for a split second.
Well, they brought in some subs, so I think these are going to be player-based substitutions where it's going to be, and on this map we need these specific types of roles. So I think it's really smart. That's the sign. It's the hallmark of a seasoned team. You know, you're not going to see the same 9 people playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have some subs out, and it looks like they've made some adjustments.
And it looks like we're getting an announcement that everyone is clear, so we are getting ready to go, ladies and gentlemen.
So this time around, AP is going to be Bravo, and PN is going to be Alpha.
Indeed.
So I think we just do the same thing. We're just waiting for them to press go. I'm pretty excited about this. Maybe we'll see on Crackstone Alpha. There's a lot less cover. Maybe we'll see some of these battleships being able to put some punishment onto the cruisers.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with you at all.
Start us. Let's do it. AP's ready. We're waiting on PN.
We ready? I'm just saying we ready here as the streamers.
I think you're going to see PN play this defensively.
I think so. I think they're going to say you have to come to us to win this.
Yeah,
I definitely think you're going to see PN say you have to come to us to win this.
Oh, did you hit the bell?
Hey, I am vindicated.
What's that?
I am vindicated. Look at AP.
Petro's Wooster.
I am vindicated. Let the applause rain in, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, meanwhile, back to PN. We're seeing a very similar comp to what we saw last time from PN. You're getting the Summers daring small and DDs again. Actually, the only difference this time is they have gone with moving Naruvo from a Stalingrad to a Des Moines. So they've gone from 3 Stalingrads to 2 Stalingrads to Des Moines and the Montes.
AP, it's a whole different story. You still got the small lands. You still got the Stalingrads. Now they have a Wooster instead of a Salem. You have a Des Moines and a Petro, so it's pretty much the same. You gotta wonder. They made some adjustments. They made some player adjustments, but it looks like their strategy is basically the same again. They're splitting 50-50, going left right. Are they gonna give up B again?
That's an interesting question. I mean, that definitely hurt them last time. On PN's side, it looks like actually this time it does look different. It looks like both GDs are going towards B. They're sending a daring and a small in towards B right now, unless they're going to sneak the daring up through that gap at the D6 area. The Stalingrad, Des Moines, and Amonte are going hard towards C, and then you have a Des Moines, Stalingrad, Summers going hard towards A, with Amonte kind of floating that way right now.
Yeah, so in terms of C, which is wide open, they're bringing a Petro and a Stalingrad with the Smolan covering. I think the Montana is going to get a couple choice shots here. So if I'm the Petro, I mean, it's harder to Citadel the Petro. So I think he's going to take the lead, and the Stalingrad's going to see what shakes out and see. But Yami's falling behind. He's going to be able to take some choice shots at the Des Moines. So let's see if these cruisers that are going to be putting themselves at risk are going to get punished in C.
Now, here's what I'm thinking. If I'm taking the Wooster, and I know that's your side of the map, but I'm betting if I'm taking the Wooster, that we're going to see that Wooster post up probably on the I-3 island, because he can sit behind it, stay mostly undetected, and because he's got that high lofting American shells, he can just rain down fire on whatever comes to A, which is right now a Des Moines, a Stalingrad, and a Summers. Plus the Monty.
That's the pick they brought in. This Wooster needs to be a difference maker.
Yeah.
Because if not, they've already given up B, and I think it was smart of PN. They went and they knew that they didn't go for B last time, so they tried to cap it faster, which is allowing the Smolan and the Daring to immediately shift to C. They capped B, and guess what? Before the Smolan is able to get into C, they're going to be able to challenge it.
Yeah. they're going to be able to challenge it, but it'll be interesting to see what they can do against it. Looking here, you're starting to see PN post up. They got the Stalingrad posted hard on the C5 island. He is making that his waifu. And he's got a beautiful line to basically cover all of C, and looking at it from his position, you can even see down to the Petro currently that is in E9, even though he doesn't actually know it's there yet, I believe. If you're looking down at the other side, once again, they've locked the other Stalingrad hard onto the island like I suspected at F3, so we can just sit there and force. This is where the brilliance of the Wooster comes in. The Wooster, assuming he has the range, which he should push up, and it's going to be, yeah, 15 kilometers. 14, 15 kilometers. He's just going to sit there, and he's going to mine damage on the Stalingrad. He's going to force the Stalingrad out. Ooh, Des Moines takes an early torp. AP Des Moines takes an early torp.
Yes, he does. And I think you're wrong about the Wooster. They're sending him all the way up to this second island.
That's what I said, the I3 island.
Wait. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the other one.
No, I think they're going to send him to the I3, and they're going to say, we know they're going to put a Stalingrad or something on that F3 island, so let's put the Wooster here where he can deny it. I don't know, 50-point lead, 60-point lead, that's going to stay there for a bit until the two DDs up at C get into it.
So you have a Des Moines trading with the Stalingrad. This Wooster hasn't shot yet. He's still positioning. It looks like he's going to back in. Let's see if they've spotted him. Nope. And that's Stalingrad radars, and he is scratching his head. All he sees is a Kremlin. They know there's stuff at the island.
Yep.
So they've got to be asking themselves, where is that Wooster? And the Petro, it looks like, managed to make it all the way to this island at C9 completely undetected.
Yeah.
Smoland is radared.
Now, the Stalingrad Woshi, as you said, is getting hammered. They found the Petro now. He's being hit, but he hasn't taken any damage, and now he's in a position to flank and force them out, which is big.
Well, again, PN, they managed to get B, and now they have both DDs challenging this Milan. If I'm a DD, I'm a little frustrated at this point because it's hard enough going against one other DD with two radar cruisers flanking. He's now going against two DDs, a daring that can match him in firepower and his own ship. That you have three radars on you. They're gonna struggle at sea.
Yep. Oh, Des Moines and Wooster have found stuff. There's shots off, and that's a decent chunk. Only about 2,000, but still 2,000 off of Summers is 10% of its health. And they found the Des Moines, and there we go. The Des Moines and the Wooster are absolutely just going to start eating that Des Moines.
Well, you got to give PN credit. They did their homework here. They capped B early. No one is so B's just a free cap, and that's where you see the point difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that is 100% the point difference. Now, with the DD blocking out of C, they're about to take C and gain more points. The big challenge is going to be how much damage can they put on this Des Moines before he gets into cover. They've already knocked him down 13,000 health, and he's getting hammered. That Wooster is doing what he needs to do right now.
Well, he's spotted and they're shooting at him. Let's see if they are able to punish the Wooster.
They haven't punished him really yet. I mean, 4,000 is 4,000, but versus 19,000 off of Des Moines and the fact that they're just HE spamming the Des Moines.
So for AP to be able to execute this plan, they're going to need to kill this Des Moines quickly. Again, look at these DDs. These DDs are staying alive.
Mm-hmm. And C has been taken, and so that gap is just rapidly increasing for PN right now.
Ooh, Montana took a knock from something. Did you see that?
I did not. The Montana, he had to get torped or something.
Well, and whatever it was, that's a huge,
Smolland's taking a torp. Oh, he dodged that by the skin of his teeth. It's a game thing. Literally, it was 0.2 seconds away from hitting him instead of being across his bow.
And again, the strength of this squad seems to be their DD play.
Yeah.
6A is he's taken a lot of damage, but he's managed to weather the storm, and the Sommers
Except they still know where he is, so he's still getting woostered. I think they know where he is. Yeah, he's still getting woostered.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and the Des Moines is just working that Stalingrad off the field.
So, again, you're not seeing ships go down quickly. You're seeing both points tick up, but this B cap... I can't understate the importance of They had that extra DD. They used it. They used
Yeah.
both DDs to cap B, and that's the difference maker. That's where all the points are coming from.
Now the
And
interesting
again, it's gonna force AP to make a mistake.
Now, the interesting thing is AP is actually giving up. They're leaving those 5 ships that PN has up there, and the Smolin's heading straight for B. He's saying, well, we know you're up there, so we're going to let you keep trying to hit our border-humping Petro and our Stalingrad that's sitting against an island and just absolutely dealing damage. But we're going to hide. Oh, those torps. Are those torps going to hit? No, oh, maybe. Oh, he takes 2 torps. He takes 1 torp, actually, correct me. The other one hit the island. But that Stalingrad is down to 45k, so he's down to about 60% health.
Now, AP, they've made the right call. They've moved the small end into B. They see that their strength is fortified around this Kremlin anchoring A, and so they're going to take B. And let's see how long it takes PN to figure this out and for them to rearrange.
And if you look, what I was talking about with that Wooster is really playing out right now, because that Des Moines is locked in against a high island, but that lofting shots is still hitting 6A. The Wooster's still being able to mine damage onto 6A, even with those islands right there. And the Des Moines can't get the angle off right now. So the Des Moines stuck back there, not able to do any damage, trying to hide and move back and forth like a yo-yo for his life.
So somehow, it's a game thing, figured out that this Milan was coming to B, and he's already moved over to counter. I'm waiting to see, yep, and they're spotted. We're about to have a fight in B. Oh, he takes a big shot. Stalingrad's in position. They have a lot. This I think is going to make the game right here.
Which, this is going to be interesting. That Smolensk has got 2 Stalingrads aiming at him with Woshi and
Takashika?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's Takashika based on the spelling. So, about the same amount of damage on each Smolensk, but nobody's been forced out. Meanwhile, they need to get that Stalingrad out. Once again, it's just they're hitting ships hard, but they're not getting the ships off the field that they need to for AP.
Yeah, and that Des Moines is still alive. He's backed up. He's safe, and while they have A, they kept B completely uncontested for the first 9 minutes. And the moment they move, they came back and they're putting their ships where they need to be.
Exactly. That being said, that Petro is going to be fighting that Des Moines up at... That could be an interesting little sub-battle there we're going to see between the Petro and the Des Moines up there.
Well, let's take a look at it. Petro's coming in fairly broadside. And now it's going to be a Petro versus a Des Moines fight. 1-on-1, I think the Des Moines wins this because he's bowing. Petro, his AP doesn't do anything, and he's forced to HE with him. And again, the Des Moines going to win that battle, so he's going to duck for this island. Yep. And right now, it's 1v1. You got to admit, look at this. They kept the Des Moines back. He's protecting C. And look, the Daring has managed to shift to B.
Yes.
So
the Daring's going to be able to turn that, but the small end of PN is getting hit again. He's been hit a couple times. He's down to 12. Make that 10-9 now.
But they're still not able to capture B.
Yeah.
So right. It seems like wherever AP is trying to make a play, they've countered it, and they've countered it brilliantly.
They have. 200-point difference, and it's ticking up. They've got to make a play now. They know they've got to force something. So if you're AP, what do you do at this point? You're looking at it and you're like, I've got 2 minutes until game's over. We're down a cap. We're up almost 75,000 health. So what do you do here?
I mean, I'm shifting this Stalingrad up an island to Takashika.
Oh. They've got the Stalingrad. They forced D'Andler. They've got him into a bad position because Woshi can see him now. And if he pushes forward again to block out a Woshi, he's running into Wooster shots, and the Kremlin is charging. They're doing a hard charge at sea and saying, we're going to force you out of these islands.
And 6A is finally, he's getting hit by this Des Moines.
Yeah.
I mean, the Wooster's hitting the Stalingrad. So, I mean, one of the things I'm seeing is that they're doing a fair amount of damage, but they're spreading it nicely around the team.
Yeah.
There's 2 ships that are near dead. They need to start calling out for them.
And honestly, AP's KV's 2 is almost gone. He might go on this shot by the Monty if he gets hit by it. If the Monty hits him, he's dead.
He's not spotted. He's good.
Okay. Well, it was close.
Okay, let's see if D'Andler goes down. He seems to demand. Okay, there he goes.
So that's big.
that
You've now shoved the
is
Stalingrad
huge.
out, so your Wooster and your Des Moines can go force that other Des Moines out of there. You've bought yourself a little bit of time. It's still a 160 point gap, but you've bought yourself a bit of time, and you're up by 150,000 health. This could change rapidly, especially with that Summers having been spotted.
There needs
Oh,
to be
he's
a
unspotted now.
So that Petro needs to hold that Des Moines there and hold the Montana as best he can. And oh, Smilan just takes the torp.
Which one?
AP's Polsky.
Okay.
Polsky.
That's interesting. But the Stalingrad's radared. Yeah. Oh, and It's a Game thing is getting hammered. We're gonna lose. AP's gonna lose Pulaski. Oh, there goes one of the spawns, and that's not even the small. That's the one down at A. They're about to lose 2 DDs rapidly. That'll be game if they do. As it is, that Des Moines is gonna go down. Hope any second, most likely. He's on fire. He's burning out.
Wow.
So that's gonna give them a hair of time. That's gonna give them a hair of time.
They have a huge HP advantage. They need to start using it.
They need to find a way to use it, and those DDs are killing them. They need to get into those caps. The Petro's charging. Oh, the Petro is hard charging the Des Moines right now. The Petro is hard charging the Des Moines right now. They said, okay, this is the go moment now. We've given ourselves a slight advantage.
Yeah, but look, the Montana has shots on him.
The Montana does.
But he missed, yeah, 6,000. I don't think you should have pushed that Petro. What's he going to do? If he kills that Des Moines, the only thing I think you do is you turn him in on that island, but no, he's going the other way.
He's saying
Des Moines going to win this DPM fight. So that locks down C. It looks like they managed to get B, but I think they could still win on
Oh, wait. Look at those shots coming in at the Des Moines. The Des Moines not ready for them. Oh, he's lucky. Petro's trying to ram.
That Petro goes down, and that's trouble.
That's game if the Petro goes down. Oh, Stalingrad from downtown.
Whoa!
Stalingrad from downtown, and that's going to be a Petro staying alive. They're 60 points, and they have the cap lead, and they have the win at this point. Now, Woshi's in a problem spot, though. Woshi's in a problem spot because he's going to get mined down by the small end.
Well, and he has to back up, and that's a hard thing.
Oh, and he gets Montied. But that being said, they're stopping C now.
The land moved over to C. I didn't even see it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That Wooster might go down though. He's giving a lot of broadside to that Monty.
I mean, they have more. It's almost a 50% health difference.
It's really on just they can't risk someone dying right here. They need to.
This Wooster is charging open water in Montana.
Well, the Des Moines has got the side angle on the Monty, and the Monty can't give. The Monty either has to take broadside to a Wooster or a Des Moines. He can't stop it, and they're all focusing him down. They sense the blood in the water. They sense the blood in the water.
There's a threat. It's 4-point difference with them. Oh my goodness. Okay, he shoots at the. Oh no, he shoots at the Wooster. He takes
30,000, but it's not enough. It's not enough. There goes the Monty.
There goes the Monty.
30 seconds. That's game, I'm pretty sure. They need a miracle kill here to make this game last longer.
Can I point out the fact that the DDs are still alive?
What is with this game and DDs staying alive?
I don't get it.
Oh, and there's the game. What a comeback. What a comeback from AP. What a comeback from AP. Oh my goodness, that was out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. What a game. Oh my.
Well, you said it. You said it. PN was going to sit there and say, AP, in order for you to win, you got to come back and you got to do something, and they answered.
They answered.
Holy crap.
And you know where we go? We go to Shatter. So let's watch the map intro video for Shatter.
The Narrows of the English Channel have borne witness to some of the most famous naval battles in history. Now the storied cliffs of Dover provide the...
Let's try that again. Now Crash Zone Alpha worked.
The Narrows of the English Channel have borne witness to...
One more time. Next map is Shatter. Map 1. What was map 1? Loop. And map 2 was CZA.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Winner. Fly. Transition.
The picturesque coastlines of the maritime provinces of eastern Canada form the backdrop for a titanic clash of opposing fleets. These steep cliffs and jagged rocks will soon echo the thunder of heavy guns, and only one team will emerge supreme. This is Shatter. Shatter is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. Cap Alpha on the left is the safest for destroyers. Though there are plenty of nearby islands within radar range, large portions of the cap perimeter are wide open, providing unfettered access and a multitude of ways in and out. This directly contrasts with Capture Point Bravo in the center, which is claustrophobic and has only a handful of entrances and exits. Ships caught here typically fall under tremendous focus fire from both map edges. On the right, Cap Charlie is frequently the site of staring contests between enemy ships. It's common for each team to park a ship in the cap to keep it contested, then work the 9-10 line with battleships and heavy cruisers to try and force an opening. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Shatter.
What you wanted.
Shatter. So what? So Shatter opens up a world of possibilities here. What are you bringing? What are you bringing to Shatter? Are you bringing a booster? You said booster. You are my new hero. I would have never guessed it. And you know what? He sprung that killing that Stalingrad. That's what
his constant deep damage on that Stalingrad. I mean, the Des Moines, don't get me wrong, the Des Moines deserves a ton of credit as well. But his constant damage on that Stalingrad and on that Des Moines really won that. I mean, and I'm just laughing in my chat because they're still 5 minutes back and they're debating about all the stuff we went through.
I mean, what do you bring to Shatter? So the key to Shatter is holding B.
Honestly, I bring in Ohio. I bring in Ohio.
That's where I think you bring in Ohio.
Because you want those secondaries. Why is QQ7 ready on Alpha's side? Do they have a QQ7 member playing for them?
Yeah, they could have a QQ7 member.
I guess they have a QQ7 member. That is interesting.
Perfectly okay. I mean, so again, AP, they're making changes. They made a change. They made the right change. You gotta give credit to their caller.
Yeah, whoever their caller was, and
perfect time. I thought PN had that.
I did, and they waited until the perfect moment because they just let that health keep building. And then when the perfect moment hit, and hello, Mr. Tank, thank you for all the squeaks. But when that perfect moment hit, they sprung it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sitting there going like, you have a health advantage. You have a health advantage. What are you gonna do with it? Like, can you imagine if you would have lost with double the health?
That would have been awkward, but that would have been a credit to PN because let's be real, we got to give PN credit. Their strategy came within 30 seconds of working. And if that Stalingrad from Woshi doesn't land that broadside 17k salvo onto that Des Moines that the Petro was pushing, that game's over.
I mean, if I'm AP, I'm saying, guys, we got to kill these destroyers. Yeah. And we can't just give up B in the center. They've seen it twice. They know what they're going to do. I think you bring a third DD here.
I think you bring the third DD. I think you're going to see a lot of ships. You're going to have the ships, once again, island spammers. And something that can bow tank. I think you park something like a Stalingrad or Des Moines in C so that it can sit there. And I'll give you guys the big map just so you can see the big map. I think you park the Stalingrad in C so that it can just bow tank. And you give it DD and maybe the... I don't know, something like a Des Moines or Venezia for cover that can kite so that it's not getting torp surprised by an enemy DD. But this is going to be decided on A and C. This is going to be decided.
Well, no, if they let those DDs go and cap B early,
okay. Here's an interesting thing. Pain Azor says in my chat, and I don't know who his source is, but he says an inside man tells us that PN had a disconnect last game.
Who would it have been?
Monty DC twice, supposedly.
Yeah, well, and that makes sense. He didn't move a lot.
He didn't move a lot, which might be why they swapped. Did they swap him out? No, they didn't, because UC and Kaiser are still here. But I don't know if that makes a difference, even if he doesn't DC.
Yeah, I mean, AP, that doesn't make up for half the damage.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Stats Bloke. Sorry, Statsbook is in my chat, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, hi Stats. This was very exciting. I can't wait for it to come down to Shatter. You can't ask for more.
Seriously.
If you're not here, if your friend's not here, tell your friend, tell your grandma, tell your aunt. We got AP versus PN match 3.
This was insane. This was legitimately... That push was insane.
You know who I think has the advantage? I think AP has the advantage because PN, they thought they had it. They snatched it from them.
Yeah, they snatched that from the jaws of defeat. Victory from the jaws of defeat.
Do it.
Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, there's some interesting choices. Really? I'm actually shocked here.
Yeah? What are you seeing?
Look at your AP team and tell me what you're seeing.
So, this just shows I know nothing about this game. They go from double DD to singular DD, but I think that's the right. Now that I think through that, I think that's the right play. You're gonna have one Smoland. You're gonna have Petros. There's a Salem in here. You got Thunderer and Kremlin. That makes sense. But again, they don't have a battleship that's going to be able to hold that center by himself. He's going to need cruiser support.
To be fair, I don't think PN does either. Even with the Monties being as good as they are, I don't think they can hold by themselves. Now, you still have the triple DD set up for PN, and they are splitting them. Summers is going towards C, Daring and Smollett are going towards A, B. Daring is going to the left side of the map, the west side, but he might just go up straight into B. On the interesting side, Stalingrad and... Monty and possibly this, yeah, Stalingrad, Monty, and Smollett are the only things going towards A. They're sending a Des Moines, a Summers, a Petro, and a Monty that way, and it looks like D'Andler is heading possibly into B to challenge it.
So the question you have to ask yourself if you're AP is, where am I getting my caps? You know that C is going to be held. I think it's really smart. They brought a Petro, they brought a Des Moines. You have radar, you have long range radar, you have hydro, you have the ability to hold this indefinitely. I think the Summers is going to struggle to displace them. They're going to stick and see, and you're going to struggle with it. They don't have anything to be able to go wide, so that caps out. Fine. Is anyone going to go to B? Are PN going to be crazy enough to try B early? And I don't think they are this time.
I don't know. Here's the thing: there's a Petro that is cutting in tight, but I don't know what he's going to do yet. It looks like both the DDs are going towards A. The Daring's well behind, but the Smollett is pushing hard to A. He's almost there.
Well, and again, this Smoland for AP, you gotta feel bad for him. Every single match, he's in a 2v1 versus DDs. He's managing to stay alive, but guess what? They are too. So they're basically negating him.
Seriously, it's going to be interesting to see. This game is going to take some time to sort out and see where it's going to go. We're going to have to see this game develop for quite some time. Aerial Denial Torps out from It's a Game thing in the Smoland, trying to block the Smoland coming in. They look decent, but the Smoland should easily dodge them. They just might make him slower on his attempt to get into cap.
And right now, neither team sees where the other's going. The Salem's actually making a play towards B. I think they like I would say, hey, I think there's going to be a DD in B, but guess what? There's not.
Here's the bold strat, though. The Summers charged hard to get those Torps onto the lock where the Des Moines is going. So the Des Moines is going to probably take Torps.
Well, you got a Salem versus a Petro and a Montana. This Salem is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this Salem is in a lot of trouble. He's got to start backing up hard here, and that's the Wooster player from last game.
Yeah, this is going to be the longest.
Now, that being
radar
said,
out of it.
That Kremlin is coming into position to hit that Petro pretty soon.
Well, and the Thunderer can technically take shots too.
Yeah,
that Salem needs some support.
Honestly, that Salem is giving as good as he's getting, though. He's giving as good as he's getting. And he's got the advantage of he's put a lot of fires on that Petro. Oh, Monty shells from downtown onto the Salem. Wide miss. Yeah, the Salem definitely made the right call there with the fires. The Petro's been forced. He's not in the cap. He had to jam himself, which gives the Salem time to escape.
Okay, now look at this. This is what's different. They're going after the DDs. It's a game thing. He's radared by the Smoland. He's got a Kremlin and a Thunderer firing at him. You hope the Stalingrad and the double Stalingrad could also take shots, but they don't. But guess what?
Kremlin with the 7K. Kremlin with the
Half
7K. Oh yeah.
You're feeling it if you're AP right now. But again, you got to ask yourself, where are those caps coming? And guess who got A?
Yep. They don't
PM
have
managed
A.
to get A. It cost them. It cost them.
Now,
half their-
interestingly, the Salem's sticking around. He's getting shots from Monty at him, but he's sticking around and he is still pelting. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. He's down to 29K, but he is still pelting that Petro.
Yeah, that Montana needs.
And there's a fire on that Petro again. There's another fire on that Petro. He DCP'd that fire already. He DCP'd one fire and he's trying to duck in so he can't get shot again.
Salem radars.
Oh, never
he
mind. That
sees
is not.
nothing but this Petro.
Yeah.
But again, this is to be expected. You're gonna have both Des Moines come, and they're gonna see each other very quickly, and this point in C, and they're gonna back out of it. So C's just gonna hold. The Sommers, they managed to make this Sommers ineffective.
Oh, small end. Oh, okay, that was not at the small end. Never mind. Let's see what it does to the Stalingrad. Not much.
It's a game thing's taking in 2,000 more damage.
He is taking damage.
These DPs.
Monty shots on Stalingrad. That could be big. Only 6,000. He's lucky.
So again, look at this. AP is building a health advantage.
They are. They're already up almost 100K. That's insane. And the Des Moines and the Petro are just passing off those radars. They can keep passing off those radars. Sure, PN has a Des Moines and a Petro there that can do it as well, but the problem is that the Petro is in a worse position for PN in terms of being able to keep C spotted.
So you haven't seen much from the Daring. He's throwing out suppressive torps. It doesn't seem like many of them are hitting, and unfortunately for him, a lot of them are getting spotted by this other Stalingrad. So I think he's going to be able to avoid these. We got some focus fire happening on the wide Stalingrad. He has no cover, and it looks like Stalingrad, Montana are going to switch and start firing at him. But the first Stalingrad pushes up.
Interesting. Meanwhile, Salem and Petropavlovsk round 3 is going on right now. This just keeps firing. The Salem keeps getting those fires. The Petro has to keep DCPing them, but the problem is he is going to have to keep DCPing them, and he's just burning him down in those heals. Those heals.
Petro's not spotted.
As Statsbloke said, I noticed in my chat from the start of the game, triple DD on this map is,
It's, yeah, well, and look at these Des Moines. They're having kind of a standoff. AP's threatening, but PN he's backing up. And then when AP backs up, it's interesting. At some point in time, these two are going to have to fight.
And the Petro Shina Shiroyuki is been forcing off that Summers. That Summers is down to 8,700 health. And now he's got angle on that Des Moines that's sitting back there. He's finally... Oh, nope, still got the island. But he's now got...
There's torps coming right at the Kremlin.
Oh.
He doesn't know about them. Does he stop?
He should know about them pretty soon.
No, he's gonna eat.
He's slamming. He's taking at least 2, 3, maybe 4.
4, 1,
3.
3, and that's gonna hurt. But again, we asked ourselves, where are they gonna get their caps from? And the answer is A.
Yeah.
They managed to get A.
They
is
did.
The key to this match.
And that Petro is once again sitting on fire. He just keeps peeking up, and every time he peeks up, sure, the Salem gets hit. The Salem's down to 19K, but every time that Petro peeks out, the Petro is getting hammered. Every time he peeks out.
You got to give this guy credit.
Yeah.
He is putting out work, and the Petro spotted.
And like I said, he was the Wooster last game. He was the Wooster. Oh, wait, look at this. Des Moines is charging.
Des Moines gone.
Which Des Moines?
Oh, he's backing up. He's backing up AP. I mean, he's threatening.
Yeah, I just saw that at C, yeah.
Look at the Sommers. The DD, you're seeing excellent DDs not having the ability to do
Oh, that Des Moines in a brutal spot now. The Petro's got the angle on the backside of him. The Monty doesn't have the guns turned because he's still trying to get that Salem off the field.
And they pulled the second Petro in as support.
Yeah, and the Des Moines...
Oh, the Des Moines gets Citadel!
But it's also just... Now he's got the bow tank. Do they trade Des Moines for Des Moines here? I honestly think they're...
You go forward. Yeah, you have to. You've overcommitted.
Yeah, I think they're gonna...
Shots.
I think he's going for the ram. It looks like he's going for the ram here.
He has to go for the
Honestly, if I'm AP, look at the... I take this. I take this 100% right now because I'm still up 30,000, 40,000 health. And
There's
even
the-
with that, we look, okay, so it's a 40,000 health lead. You have now dislodged from C. There is nothing that can challenge C right now. Because the Summers has been shoved off by the brilliant play of the Petro down there, and the other Petro's getting Salemed.
He just radared the Sommers. The Sommers is dead. The Sommers is dead.
So, this Sommers, yeah, this Summers is getting... Oh,
He's in trouble.
he's staying alive. Is he still detected? He is not detected anymore. He's not detected anymore. That Petro's going to go down, but the problem is, okay, so the Montana's taking tons of HE now from the Salem and the Petro. The other Petro just capped C, so now C, which is the hardest point on this map to actually cap because usually you have people on both sides, is now taken. And sure, you got the Smolin taking B, but it's still, he's paying for it with the Petro's health.
We got a knife fight. We got a knife fight. Smolan v. Daring.
Do we? And we got a
And
Monty
Stalker
chipping
gets
in.
This, if they lose their only DD, they're in trouble.
I think the Smolin's backing up. He's saying it's not worth fighting it yet.
It's not worth that fight. But
Look at the
he's got
Monty,
a
though.
Montana shooting. He's got 2 Stalingrads. Dodge.
Look at this
dodge.
Monty, though. This Monty is down to 38k. This Monty's down to 38k. They're going to lose their Petro Sheena, but and the Summers is going to be able to come back. But that Monty is down to 38k. He's getting absolutely eaten alive. And all this Petro's doing is this Petro knew he was dead because he pushed out so far for Brilliant. But
He
he's
was trying to
making
kill
him
that.
pay. And look at what it's resulted in. Monty's down to 24k now. Supa Pelyuot is busy sitting broadside on him. And the Salem's even chipping in damage. And look, 14k. Petro goes down, but still. 13k and trying to heal through fires Monty. That's UC.
Well, they're focusing this Monty. Look, the Salem is shooting him down. But you got to say this: the AP, they've lost a significant amount of their health advantage.
They
If
have.
this Petro, like, where's their health sitting? Their health is sitting with that Petro. Their health is sitting with the Thunderer.
Yeah.
The team pushing an A, they're actually at a disadvantage here. And if
They
these
should
4
really
go
back
down,
off there. They need to back off there. They do need to back off. That being said,
you got to keep this Milan alive.
yeah. That being said, it's going to be interesting. If they get this Monty down, and that Petro's about to take some damage. Oh, it's dodged.
Got lucky.
Yeah. I don't know. Did they just detect? They did detect the Petro. They know where the Petro is. So the Salem probably says, oh, there's the Petro. Oh, and the Petro tried to fire and completely did not get anything. So if I'm the Salem, I'm probably getting ready to aim the Petro. The Thunder is waiting for him to show up.
Well, and look at this. The Petro in C is in trouble. The Sommers managed to stay alive. He's coming down there. The Montana's pushing him. He has to do significant damage to this Montana. Or he's
There's
dead.
the Stalingrad gone. They lost
They
to
won-
Stalingrad,
they
but
won.
they trade a Stalingrad. And that Petro is down to 8,200 now.
Smolan. Oh no, they lost the Smolan.
Oh, that's a problem. Now,
That's a huge problem. Now they have both DDs. They need to focus on C. They need to dislodge this Petro.
the problem is I don't
But
think they
guess
have the
what?
health to dislodge this Petro.
I don't think they do either.
Because
and I
the
think
Salem's
this
found
Salem
the
realized
Monty,
it.
and the Salem... Oh, fire on the Monty already. And he's healing, but he's also on... There we go. Fires on the Monty. Does the Monty have a DCP available? Yes, he does. But still, by the time he got that down, he's already down to 24k. And he's just getting burned down by the Salem once again. So the Monty, by the time he actually gets to the Petro, is going to be at a 30,000 plus health disadvantage. And here comes Thunderous Shells, and Thunder is finally like, I've been waiting this entire game. Let me hit you. If they get another fire on the Monty, that's big.
How has this Salem stayed alive?
I mean, it's impressive.
This Petro needs to threaten this Salem.
The Petro is
Sommers
pushed up. The Petro is
around
pushed up.
behind. What do you do? If you're a Sommers coming around behind here, you gotta call off your Montana and you gotta torp him and hope to God those torps hit.
The problem
that
is...
Petro.
Oh, there goes another Stalingrad. I
Why
think...
is the Montana turning in?
Interestingly enough, I think the Petro knows. Yep, the Petro knows. The Petro knows. So he's got his secondaries going towards the Summers.
Held off 3 people.
And that Monty is burning down. He is still on fire, and he's going down under 7k.
they've got 3 DDs. They're going to give up the Sommers for the Petro. I think that's the right move.
They're not even gonna, because the guns aren't facing the right way. I don't think.
Ooh, that kills him. That definitely kills him.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't give up the
And
Summers.
guess what? With that was the bulk of AP's health advantage. They're at a disadvantage now.
And there goes the Kremlin, and that's the...
I think PN wins this.
I think this is game at this point. I mean, what do you got left if you're PN?
The Thunderer can... So the Thunderer can take down the Petro. Wow.
I think the Salem takes down the Petro. Then the thing is, you're still dealing with only a 17... By the time the Monty finishes, probably somewhere in the 25,000 health range, based off of where he was. Oh, there's the Salem gone.
Finally, the Salem goes down.
That is game. That is 100% game.
Without a doubt, PN, by the smallest of margins, I think they're going to win this game.
And honestly, I think the only misplay that caused AP to lose is their Petro charged too far after that Summers. He should have gone on the island and used that to work the Monty. I think that would have been the difference.
Well, and again, we were looking at that foursome that was in A, and they were low, and guess what? They died.
Yeah.
I think they overpushed. I think they overplayed. They had, so look at it. AP, they had A, they had C. Life was good.
Yeah.
And I think they just overplayed.
They got cocky. They felt that they were happy with what they had done before, and they got cocky.
Well, look at what they had. They had an HP advantage, and I think if you look at it, it's like, okay, we have it. We have the same situation we had last time. Let's push. Let's finish them. And guess what? Most of that HP was sitting in the Thunderer and was sitting in the Petro.
Yeah.
And once that Petro got dev struck, it's like, oh crap. We don't have that advantage anymore, and now there's 6 people firing at this one Thunderer, and he's dead. He's
probably going to take the Monty with him. The Monty might go for... If I'm the Monty, I'm going for the Ram at this point.
Go for the Ram. It's yeah.
Yeah, you go for the Ram, because he's going to dodge the Torps. He's going to spot the Monty here. But his guns are turned... Oh, no, his guns are turned the right way. But yeah, you spot the Monty here. And there we go. Fires on the Monty, immediately DCP'd. And he's trying to mess up the attempted ram, but he knows it's getting rammed. There's the horns. There's the horns. The horns of game. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, PN moves on with a 2-0 setup over AP. Congrats to PN. That was a barn burner, though. That was an absolute.
I can't believe what we just watched.
That was a phenomenal series.
That's 2 Hurricane League teams at their finest.
That is 2 Hurricane leagues at their finest. It'll be a shame if both teams don't go through, to be honest. It will be a shame.
I think AP goes through for sure. They've got a little bit of work. And, you know, when you lose something like that, I mean, I've been on those teams where you lose the close ones. Your team they're upset. You just got to make sure if you're in charge of AP, you just say, okay, guys, you know, we got to calm down. We got to reset. We got to play our game. They played a beautiful game too.
They did play. That was a phenomenal game.
So, I mean, you got to hand it to PN. In matches like that, they managed to keep people alive on the sliver.
Yeah.
And that's the difference maker.
It was
making 1 or 2 shots. That's going to do it, right?
It was indeed. 1 or 2 shots sometimes. That's all the difference between winner and loser.